Thank you, Mr Speaker. My congratulations go to John Key, Kate Wilkinson and this National-led government on the planned extension of the 90-day trial period to all businesses. National is a party that backs business and backs workers because we know without jobs and growth New Zealand and New Zealanders will not get ahead. Having a job is crucial to self-esteem and giving people choices and independence. That is why this government has had an unrelenting focus on getting people into jobs, and we make no apology for that, none whatsoever. Extension of the 90-day trial period to all businesses is about getting people into jobs and giving employers the confidence to take on new staff. Increasing the number of jobs that aren't available doesn't magically appear out of thin air. A business needs to see the opportunity to expand and, importantly, be confident to create those new jobs. The hysteria that has surrounded the announcement has been quite astonishing. Anyone would have thought that sweatshops had been introduced. On the contrary, this is a step forward, not a step back. Previously, the 90 days trial was for small to medium-sized businesses with staff of less than 20. Our nation's backbone is small to medium business. The fact is 99% of New Zealand businesses, which employ 60% of our workers, are small to medium-sized. These businesses, not according to the Human Rights Commission, read it, these businesses generate a big part of wealth. When they prosper, we all prosper. Our plans for small to medium business link with our plan for growing the economy. The 90-day trial period was an integral part of our election manifesto in 2008. It was aimed at small to medium-sized business because they are crucial to our economy. Many small businesses do not have the HR resources of larger companies. The 90-day trial will now be extended to all businesses, and that can only be good for people needing jobs, for businesses and for New Zealand. A recent review found that half of employers had used a trial period when hiring workers. And in relation to the last employee they had hired on a trial, 40% of employers said they would not have or were unlikely to have hired that person without the trial period. Put another way, without the 90-day trial, 40% of businesses would most likely have not hired that person. That is an excellent outcome. The evaluation suggests employers viewed dismissals during that trial period as unfavourable and actively tried to avoid them. Indeed, dismissals were not on the 89th day, as some cynical members and unionists might have predicted. They were mainly in the first few weeks. The evidence is clear from the evaluation that employers weren't out to exploit those employees hired under the 90-day trial, and I challenge members opposite. If there are unscrupulous employers who have been using the 90-day trial period in an ethical manner, why haven't these businesses been named and shamed? The fact is, in general, employers have acted responsibly and workers have been treated fairly. Importantly, the 90-day trial can only be entered into by a written agreement between the employer and the new worker at the beginning of the employment relationship. Mr Speaker, I was interested to read the Human Rights Commission recent publication, What's Next? National Conversation About Work. The publication blows a few tired old myths out of the water and exposes a few truths. The first truth is that work is a critical source of well-being and identity. And that is something the government absolutely agrees with. One myth is a truth, not a myth. As I said, it's a truth, actually. One myth that was exposed was that all bosses are bastards. It was the observation of the Human Rights Commission that, quote, the employers we met, especially in the smaller businesses, were more likely to treat their staff as extended family than as labour units, end of quote. The article went on to say that many of the employers they spoke to were responsive to the employees' needs, such as family responsibilities, emergencies and other life events, and were devastated by the emotional trauma of redundancies when they had to lay off staff. Hardly the comments one would find in a Charles Dickens novel. Another myth was that workers are slackers. The HRC found that there was universal enthusiasm by employees, not just for the socialisation of work, but of the tasks, functions and professionalism required of them by changing the labour market. So the hugely respected Human Rights Commission, after meeting hundreds of employers and hundreds of employees, found, wait for it, happy employers and happy employees, not the sort of pictures that unions want to paint. Mr Speaker, The extension of the 90-day trial is about opportunity. It's about giving people a chance to find a job.
Order the Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.